cars. The 4C that's parked behind me is one example of those cars that they produce. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 4C, going inside and outside the car, and showing you guys every single thing about this car that you've always wondered. This engine right here is what makes all the fun about this car. This 4-cylinder turbocharged engine makes 237 horsepower and makes all of those great noises that you hear when driving this car. The 4C does not offer that much trunk space, but for the size of this car and what it gives you, this trunk space right here is actually pretty good. You're able to put some small things in here if you need to, and then obviously you have your 4-cylinder turbocharged engine right behind your head when you're driving. One of the most interesting aspects of this entire car is that the whole car is built on a carbon fiber tub. So even if you take this mat and lift it, you're able to tell underneath just more carbon. So now that we've taken a look from the outside, let's go ahead and get this car started. Steven, the owner of the car, is going to show us exactly how this car starts. So you put the key in the ignition and you wait for the beeping noise. And that right there tells you that this thing's ready to get started. So let's see what she sounds like.
So once you're in the Alpha and you start it, it automatically puts it into a neutral mode. A neutral mode is a basic mode. It drives the car almost as stock as it can be. Once you flip this lever, you can put it back, which puts the car into an all-weather mode. An all-weather mode makes your shifts lower, the engine run less, and all of that stuff to make you drive a lot better in the weather. You then can push it forward, and it will put it into dynamic. Dynamic is its sport mode. It tightens up the steering as much as it can to get higher revs, and it's a more fun and desirable driving experience. The fourth mode, once you're in dynamic, you hold it forward for a much longer period of time, and it puts it into an ALFA ROMEO race mode, where you get the full experience of this car.
To switch it into race mode, you take this dial right here, push it all the way forward, wait for it to say ALFA ROMEO Race Connected. Once you're in that mode, you're ready for a launch control, which we're about to do right now. Now that my friend has driven me around in the 4C just a little bit, I think it's time that I take the keys and get behind the wheel and see what I can do with this Alpha 4C. First thing you can tell with this car is how light it is. Only weighing 2,500 pounds, you can really feel every gear that you put the car into. Car that looks like this is very intimidating from the outside, but when you start driving it, you realize that it's pretty much just like an everyday car. Very easy to drive. So that completes our day with the Alfa Romeo 4C. We were able to take it on the road, show you everything about the car, go inside and outside, just like I said, and we were able to show you all the details about this car. Overall, a wonderful driving experience, one of the best cars I've ever driven in my entire life to this day, and I've driven a lot of different cars. So that says a lot for the Alfa